leave Corpus Christi, you will drive across the John F. Kennedy Memorial Causeway and onto Mustang Island. The green area, where the red arrow is pointing, is the state park where the campground is located. The next slide highlights the campground entrance, the campground area, and the beach parking area. Please note that while you can walk from the campground area to the beach, if you're carrying a lot of gear, chairs and umbrellas and other types of camping equipment, you're definitely going to want to drive. It's possibly a quarter mile from the far end of the campground to the beach parking area. So either walk or drive, but I just wanted to highlight that here in this slide. Next is some driving video of us driving onto the island. Typically, I don't like to include a lot of driving video in front of arrival at the campground, but I wanted to do it this time just because of the fact that you are crossing a major stretch of water and the bridge to get there is fairly high. Under normal conditions, that's not really a problem, but there's a constant wind in this area, and if there's a storm, the wind can gust to 30, 35, even 40 or more miles an hour at the surface on the beach. When we left, there was a storm in the area, and it was gusting to 35, 40 miles an hour at the campground, which means on this bridge, the gusts were probably a lot higher. We pulled up an app that showed the direction of the wind and the wind gusts, and it was gusting across the bridge, which is the worst possible direction if you're driving a high-profile vehicle. We have a tall fifth wheel that's just under 13 feet 6 inches, and the last thing I wanted to do was make the evening news because we had blown over, or worse, blown off the bridge and closed the bridge. So I just wanted to include this video to show you what this drive is like and to show you what the bridge is like, and just to make you aware that you should pay attention to the wind. This is the only way on and off the island that you can drive. There is a ferry north of Mustang Island at Port Aransas, but there is a height restriction of 13 feet 6 inches, and my fear is, or was, that we would get rejected from taking our rig onto the ferry because we were just under 13.6. And I think 13.6 is right at the center of the superstructure in the ferry, and quite possibly it was a little bit lower on the side. So I didn't want to take a fifth wheel that was 13.4 onto a ferry that was 13.6 and possibly not make it. So again, that's why I'm including this driving video, mostly to show you the bridge and the fact that it is windy in the area. And this is what you're going to be looking at when you either drive onto the island or off of the island. the entrance to the campground. As you pull into the driveway, on the left is the ranger station where they collect your fee for entrance into the park, the beach, and to the campground. On the left is the dump station. Straight ahead is the entrance to the beach. As we make the left, you'll see campers, RVs. Those belong to the rangers and the campground personnel. The building on the right is the bathhouse and the public restrooms. This is the entrance to the campground. As you can see, the campground is basically a big parking lot. At the end of the campground, there is a turnaround. We chose to turn around a little before the end of the campground. Fortunately, the driveway area that we're on at the moment is wide enough to actually turn around, even if you have a large fifth wheel. When we parked our fifth wheel, that's what we did. We turned around in this general area, and we were able to back in. Now we're going to drive out to the beach. On the right are the dumpsters. Most of the sites in this campground are water and electric, no sewer. There is the dump station as we saw on the way in, so you do have that available to you. As we make the left, we're going to head to the beach. Ahead is an intersection. Both of these roads to the left and right go directly onto the beach. The pavement ends within about 100 yards, maybe a little bit less than that, and you will end up directly on the beach. Four-wheel drive is recommended. Directly ahead is the parking lot for the beach area. You'll see along the right-hand side of the screen a path that goes over the dunes. That's a walking path that takes you directly onto the beach. That concludes this video. I thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and tell your friends. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. See you in the next video.